video is a live Q&A, and the questions that I'm going to be answering are questions centered around how to balance your life along with work. So if you did not know, I am a cabin crew. I am also a YouTuber. I am also pursuing masters through correspondence, and I do have a social life. So those are all the things that I balance and juggle, and have been doing that for the past 4 years now. You all have asked me a few questions that are relating to that. The first question, very well asked, is, well, how to multitask. So I balance all those things in my life. Now, whenever somebody asks me, how do you manage everything? You all ask me all the time in the comments, how do you manage all that? My first response is, I love each one of those things. So when you love something, you just find time to do it, you know. Usually you would see people saying that, oh, I really want to do it, but I don't have time. I want to go meet them, but I don't have time. But what I like to believe is, especially when you're an adult and a working person, you're not just gonna find time, you know. You're not gonna just get time to do stuff. You have to make time, you know. You're not just gonna be like, ooh, I've got an extra hour that day, I could do so many things. You have to find that extra hour. Just squeeze that out of your work, that one extra hour, you know. That is how you're gonna be able to do all the other things that you've been planning to, meaning to, or wanting to do. And if you're actually passionate about doing something, you are gonna find time, because that is going to be one of your priority. The way that you don't find time to do few things is that those things are not on your priority list, you know. You prioritize your things. When you know something is important, you're gonna find time to do it, you know, because you have to do it. There's no other way. So that way you make time. So what I basically do is I prioritize my work, whatever is most important, that gets all my time, and then, you know, in the decreasing order, I get my time. Time just goes by more quickly nowadays that we're on the internet, I feel. So you need to be conscious. When I wake up in the morning, I spend 1 whole hour scrolling through Instagram. I could quickly get through my morning routine and have that extra hour to spend time doing anything else that you've been wanting to do. So you really need to prioritize, be conscious about how you're spending your time, and just try to find, you know, 1 minute, 15 minutes each day to do something that you love, and that way that 15 minutes adds up and you get a whole week or a whole day. The second question is how to stay energetic all day, especially if you're a cabin crew or you are traveling. So when you are multitasking, juggling all those things, more often than not, you're gonna get burnt out and you're gonna be exhausted, and you are not gonna be able to keep up with such a go kind of schedule, you know. Especially being a cabin crew, nothing is constant. So you're gonna wake up at some time, sleep at some time. So what do? Well, whatever time you have, you make sure to eat healthy, work out, and be healthy. Trust me, guys, the only way to stay energetic is to eat well. Take care of yourself. Whenever you feel, because guys, whenever you feel that this week is gonna be super duper hectic, you need to plan ahead how you're gonna stay healthy. Drink lots of water, guys. Oh my god, water is so important. I actually can physically feel the difference when I've had water on a flight versus when I don't have water. Working out really helps me out. It keeps my body going, and I feel like I'm not just sitting like a sack of potatoes. And last but not the least is how to keep consistency. So lately I've realized that consistency is very important in life, guys, and that is what gives you results. It's a fact that if you do something consistently for 15 to 20 days, that's gonna become a habit. One day you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna study today, but then how do I keep it consistent? Guys, to be honest, I don't have a life-changing answer to it, other than just saying that you have to do what you gotta do. Just how I am. So if I have to study sometime, I know that that's important and I have to do it. There's no other way. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do it. Maybe I'll procrastinate for like 1 or 2 hours or something like that. But then I do get around to it, because to me, I would definitely say prioritize also comes here, because you have to prioritize work, and especially, guys, when you've become an adult, you're a working professional, you know what's important is important, and there's no other way to it. You have to do what you have to do. So if you have to study, you have to study. Why do you have to make excuses to it, you know? If you think of it logically, like, you know you have to study, but you're still not studying because you don't want to. That does not make sense. You know it's important, so you study. There's no other way. And I don't know how to help you guys. That's just how I go around with it. Maybe you can think of consequences, that if I don't do this, these are going to be my consequences. So you think of that and then start working on it. I'm reading this book which says that we actually trick our own minds, okay, and we become lawyers of our own emotions. So when you're thinking that, oh, I don't want to study, you convince yourself that, you know what, I can study at that time, do that. You calculate every single thing to convince yourself to procrastinate. So you have to be conscious and no, wait a minute, I'm doing that. And you have to prioritize and think that, dude, I have to study right now because I have my exams. There's no other way. I have to study, so I will study. Once you start working, that laziness and slacking attitude just goes away. But you just have to be strong enough to make that decision. You can have quotes related to consistency hung up in your room to give you inspiration. You could have diary entries made. You can watch this video again when you feel lazy, because you know what, when you have to do something, you have to do something, and there's no other way around it. So when you have to work, you have to work. So these were the 3 life lesson questions that I wanted to answer. If you've got any more questions like this, put that in the comment section below. I have done 2 or 3 other videos like this. I will link them here on the screen so that you can watch that after watching this video. Make sure to subscribe below and hit the bell icon so you know when I upload a video, because my videos, as you know, are gonna be different. There's something for everybody here. So yeah, that's that. I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye till then.